How are you all doing? 안녕하세요. 저는 일본어입니다, 여러분. I hope you are doing really great. Did you miss me? No worries, I'm back with a new mission video. And wishing you all a happy June. Do you know the month of June is also known as Veterans Month in South Korea? You don't know? It's okay, let's find it out. It is celebrated on 6th of June. So all the citizens gets a day off on that day. We can also consider it as a public or national holiday. So there are many such national or public holidays in South Korea, such as New Year Day, Lunar New Year Day, which is celebrated for 3 days. Then Buddha's birthday, March Independence Movement, Children's Day, Memorial Day, National Liberation Day, Korean Thanksgiving Day, National Foundation Day, then Christmas. So these are some public holidays in South Korea. So let's go from first. You know New Year, how New Year is celebrated, and Lunar New Year is also just like New Year. So let's start with March Independence Movement. So it's it's not an Independence Day, it's celebrated on March 1st. So like you can understand it like the start of the independence movement. So let me explain you briefly. March 1st is a day that carries special meaning for all the Koreans in remembrance of independence movement against the Japanese rule back in 1919. A host of ceremonies takes place across the country to honor those who sacrificed their lives and fought for Korea's freedom. 104 years ago, thousands of students and leaders were alike massacred, which means were killed by the Japanese police force and also army, as they gathered in the street of Seoul in solidarity against the annexation of the Korean peninsula by Japan. Every year, on March 1st, South Korea hangs the national flag from the buildings and on the street in remembrance. So I now hope you have understood what exactly is celebrated on March 1st day or March Independence Movement Day. So the other national holidays are Children's Day on May 5th and Buddha's birthday on May 27th. They are nothing different from our country celebrating Children's Day or Buddha's Purnima. So let's not go deeply on that. Let's move on to the celebration of June 6th, Memorial Day. Now let's begin with the next national holiday, which is Memorial Day. So we'll be going much deeper into the Memorial Day than the March 1st movement, because this Memorial Day is celebrated in the month of June, and as you know this month is June, we will be giving our first preference to the celebrations that will be taking place in the month of June. Now you know the Memorial Day is celebrated in the month of June, but you don't know the exact date. I'll tell you. The Memorial Day is a Korean national or public holiday occurring in the 6th of June every year. It is an yearly event with a long history celebrated by the regular citizens as well as public figures. Now you must be thinking, what is Memorial Day, right? Memorial Day is dedicated to all the soldiers, brave men and women who lost their or sacrificed their lives while doing their military service during the Korean War. Memorial Day is dedicated to all the soldiers and brave men and women who lost or sacrificed their lives during their military service in the Korean War. It is specially celebrated to remember the men and women who lost their lives during the Korean War. Apart from the heroes of the Korean War, the holiday also celebrates other soldiers and patriotic people who are still serving the Republic. And now you have understood what is Memorial Day and when it is celebrated. So do you want to know how Koreans say the Memorial Day in Korean? So the Korean pronunciation of Memorial Day is Haenchungli. Haenchungli. Hope I'm not pronouncing it wrongly. Yes. So now we have understood so many things about the Memorial Day. Now it's the time for us to understand the history of Memorial Day. This national holiday has been declared in South Korea since 1956. It was declared as a public holiday on April 1956, specifically after the Korean War. When the Korean War began, it was very devastating for the people of Korea. It eventually split the Korean peninsula into two countries as North Korea and South Korea. The war began in 1950 and ended in 1953. It did not take long after the end of Korean War for June 6 to be declared as public holiday to commemorate the soldiers who sacrificed their life during the Korean War. This holiday also recognizes soldiers who had served during the prior conflicts on the Korean soil and fought for Korea's freedom. So, do you know why the Memorial Day is so important? The Memorial Day is so important because it helps the Korean to remember the sacrifices that soldiers made for the nation. So now we have understood what is Memorial Day and the history of Memorial Day and why it is important and much more. Now we have come to the point where we have to know how the Koreans celebrate Memorial Day. On June 6th every year, the ceremonies began at 10 in the morning. A siren rings all around the country and the flag of South Korea is raised to the half-staff. As the siren rings, South Koreans from all the walks of life all around the country offer 1 minute of silence to pray. The Solomon event is marked by the 1 minute of silence and remembrance of all the sacrifices their countrymen had to face to serve the nation. Even the cars and people on the street will stop during this moment to offer their 1 minute of silence to offer their respect and prayer to the soldiers who died for this great country. It is also common for the civilians and military officials to lay flowers on the graves of the soldiers who died due to the Korean War between North Korea and South Korea. The Seoul National Cemetery is a usual place for the memorial ceremonies. During this day, a song known as Memorial Day Song is played during the memorial ceremony as some spectators watch.
ראש המטה הכללי של צבא ההגנה לישראל, רב אלוף בני גנץ. אנו נקום ונעמוד במהלך צפירת הזיכרון, הדלקת אבוקת הזיכרון, התפילה לנשמות הקדושים. ח' בשבט, תשנ"ז, 4 בפברואר. זר בית המשפט העליון.
It is also common for some business establishments and household to proudly display the Korean flag on their front doors during June as a sign of respect and honor for the sacrifices of the Korean soldiers who have died for their nation. So it was a depth information about Memorial Day. Since this month is June, I really wanted to give you information about the celebrations we do in this month. And before moving to other national holidays, we also have another celebration in June, which is on June 25th and known as anniversary of Korean War. In this year, we will be marking 73rd Korean War anniversary, the start of Korean War. This video is already getting too long, so I'll continue the official anniversary in my next video. See you in my next video. So until then, annyeong!